last part then, speaking of the same person, connecting with these people and having these paths, many of them I felt there was a lot more to explore and learn from. They weren't there yet. Was it correct for me to have those feelings towards that, or was that just something I'm making up in my mind in a sense?
Well, it doesn't matter because you're making everything up in your mind and then the universe confirms it.
Correct. True.
So everything that you're living, you made up in your mind. And not only did you make it up in your mind, you practiced it. Mm-hmm. So the question that you want to ask is, but did I practice it and that's why it's here? Or is it here and that's why I practiced it? And we say, what difference does that make? The only question is, do I like it or not? And if you like it, keep practicing it. And if you don't, don't.
So I guess following up that, then do you hold on to those feelings? Again, like I said, a few of these, when you walked away, they again faded away, didn't work out. Do you still, I guess you hold on to that belief then still, if I'm understanding you correctly, you still hold on to that belief that there's a potential, a possibility in the future? Or do you just, and you wish them the best on their path, and if it shows up, it shows up, and if it doesn't, it doesn't? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
If the thing that makes it more difficult for you to hear this relative to a relationship is because there is another person who is thinking that you are giving power to. So you want to say this in a really good way. The people that are coming to you in relationships have no power.
Correct.
Oh, you took that easier than we thought you would.
Sorry. No, I agree with that. Yeah.
What we mean is we want what you think they think to be irrelevant. We don't mean that we want you to be insensitive. Mm-hmm. We mean we want your desires to be so dominant and your willingness to align with your own desires to be so dominant that you find true compatibility. In other words, we're not talking about running over the top of people and getting what you want when they don't. Mm-hmm. We're talking about you defining what you want, lining up with it so significantly that you're offering a strong vibration about it, so that when law of attraction brings you the compatible one, it's someone that really is compatible. But right now, law of attraction is bringing you those who are really compatible because it's the vibration that you're offering, but you're not compatible with your own desire. Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. Everybody that comes to you is the perfect match.
Sure.
They give you exactly what you are outputting.
Right.
Not just a little bit.
Okay.
They don't just sort of, law of attraction just doesn't sort of get it right. Mm-hmm. Law of attraction gets it exactly right every single time. So as you look at this person and you think, what in the world are you doing in my life? Law of attraction is saying, hey, don't blame us.
Right.
We're just reading the vibe.
Right. Okay.
Isn't it fun?
Mm-hmm.
There are two ways to know what is evolving for you. Say it again. There are two ways to know what your point of attraction is in its ongoingness. One is by what's there, because it matches, and the other is by how you feel.
Right.
What we're wanting to shake loose with you all today is we want you to be more aware of what you're feeling so that you don't just all of a sudden end up with something and you say, where'd that come from? We want you to see it coming before it gets there. We want you to be more sensitive to what your vibrational point of attraction is. People say it just came out of the blue, and we say, no, it didn't. It came out of the oblivious.
Right.
You weren't aware of what you were offering because you didn't care enough about how you felt, and you weren't discriminating enough early on about what the path of least resistance is. For most of you, because you're not discriminating enough, it has to get really big, and then you discriminate. Then you say, oh, well, I really don't want that. How'd that get there? But now there's so much momentum, it's harder for you to shake loose of it. And that's why we're suggesting a sort of hiatus where you take more pleasure from your thoughts and your mind. That's why we ask you those very pointed questions. And you were so accurate in your response. Do you think that more of your vibration is coming in response to what you're observing or in response to what you're pondering and thinking about? And it's true of almost everybody. Almost all of your vibration is because of what you're observing. But that makes you not very good deliberate creators. It makes you regurgitators. It makes you sort of conformists. It makes you continuing. That's why most things don't change very much for most people. Different places, different faces, but same old, same old, same old, which is sort of what you were describing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so fun when you get a handle on this and you start watching the clever antics of the universe at large responding to the precision of your clever, deliberate thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.